We are just 1 hour away from the doors opening at our second town hall on teen violence. And this morning, we learned that a bill attempting to ban brass knuckles in our state is officially dead. The legislation was introduced in response to teens being assaulted with them throughout the valley. Let's head up to the newsroom where 12 News journalist Bianca Bono is standing by with more on that. Bianca.
Tram, this bill didn't fail in an official vote. Instead, I'm told Arizona Republican lawmakers were polled amongst themselves to see what bills they wanted to bring to the floor, and this one did not have majority support. The bill, which would have banned brass knuckles outright in Arizona, was proposed by State Senator John Kavanaugh, and it came after Connor Jarnigan, an East Valley teen, reached out to lawmakers. Jarnigan himself was assaulted by a suspect using brass knuckles. That was back in December of 2022. His injuries were so severe he needed staples in his head. The teen spoke before the legislature during a committee hearing earlier this month, and the bill did pass out of that committee with unanimous support. However, multiple Republican lawmakers indicated they would not support this bill if there weren't changes. Some suggested only banning the weapon for minors, while others proposed background checks. The bill also received support from the cities of Chandler and Gilbert, as well as the Gilbert police chief, whose department has investigated many of these cases that involved brass knuckles. But again, we have learned that the bill is dead. Kavanaugh tells me he will try again next session. As for the Jarnigan family, they say they are disheartened, but Connor tells me he's not going to let this setback stop him from advocating for change moving forward. He's created a petition, nobrassknuckles.org. We're live in the newsroom. Bianca Bono, 12 News.
Bianca, thank you. The conversation continues right now. 12 News inviting you to share your voice and ideas with us at our second town hall focused on the impact of teen violence in our communities. It's happening from 6 to 7 tonight at the Cesar Chavez Community Center, located near Baseline and 41st Avenue. Doors open at 5. We've got full team coverage headed your way. Up first, 12 News journalist Colleen Sikora with what you can expect. Colleen?
Yeah, good afternoon, Tram. We've got everything all set up, the stage, the chairs for the community to come out and join us for this town hall on teen violence. As you mentioned, the doors are going to be opening at 5 o'clock here with the panel beginning at 6. On the panel, we have a wide range of panelists joining us, from community advocates, parents, and leaders who are passionate about this issue and want to see solutions for teen violence here in the Valley. And among those panelists is Mark Jacobo, who lost his son Stephen in November of 2022, a little more than a year ago, on his 18th birthday. Stephen was shot and killed in Mesa. Since then, Mark started the Stephen Benito Jacobo Foundation in his son's honor and has been vocal about violence affecting teens in the Valley, recently going to several cities council meetings to voice his concerns and call leaders for action.
Not only do my other boys deserve a future, he definitely deserved to impact a lot of other people's lives till the rest of his life. And not only that, to have a family and to raise his kids to an amazing person that he is. Once you make that mistake, once you do these careless acts, once you say these words, that you can't take back those actions. I know we're divided by sidewalks, by street signs, but this is still our own state. And we need to not only work as individual cities, but work as a state, work as a team, and get rid of all these careless acts that are happening to not only their cities, but our sister cities, our neighbors. We need to work together as a state to put this to a stop.
And Mark will be joining us for our panel this evening as we open up the conversation to solutions on teen violence in the Valley. But for now, we're going to send it over to Rachel Cole, who's also out here at the Cesar Chavez Community Center. And Rachel, you're standing by with another one of our panelists who also lost his son.
Yeah, Colleen, unfortunately, they know firsthand what it's like to lose a child, and in this case, again, shot and killed in the Valley. So we're talking with Greg Gutierrez. You've been gracious enough to be on our panel and continue to point out the problems here in the Valley, and you said it takes a village. What are you hoping comes out of the conversation tonight here at Cesar Chavez Community Center?
Just more awareness on, what's going on in the Valley. A lot of these kids are out there, they're vulnerable, and they're walking amongst wolves, I would say. You know, there's a lot of danger out there, and we need to speak on it a little bit.
Absolutely. I know you have paperwork. You've been looking up youth programs and other ways to get these kids involved in something other than trying to earn street cred we were talking about in the hallway, because that's what they're doing. Some of them are doing it for notoriety, and that's all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, I mean, you know, sometimes we got to stand up, you know, for what we believe in, you know, and we might be on the wrong side of the fence when that's being done, but I think that these kids need some direction. You know, I wanted to be here today to kind of give them my perspective. You know, I kind of grew up in them streets too. I know what it feels like to be, you know, behind the fence. So, you know, I just hope that maybe I could open up some of their eyes and they could like get I guess some type of just view of what it could be like for them if they make the wrong decisions.
Yes, sir. And obviously, we see Jaden here. He was taken from you, father of 5. You got 4 girls. You know, what do you want to share with other parents who might not know how to talk to their teens? Because there's not always warning signs. But being a barber, you talk to a lot of these teens in your chair. So besides the number 2 they're asking for, how do you get these conversations going with these kids?
Just dig, you know. You're not there to be the friend. You're there to be the parent. You know what I'm saying? So when they get frustrated or they don't want to answer or cooperate, you know, you got to kind of just, you know, push through that. You got to take the initiative. You got to make sure that you get to the core issue of what they're dealing with. You know, it might be uncomfortable. Might not be something they want to talk about, but you know, you got to just keep asking. You know, keep asking.
Like Greg shared, you know, you don't mind if they get mad. You want to keep them here and not have them gone. So a lot more from Greg and the rest of our amazing panel that's graciously agreed to be here with us to keep the conversation going. And as Colleen said, continue to find solutions for this teen violence. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Rachel, and Greg truly is part of the reason why we're having our second town hall. That is on teen violence, happening in less than 2 hours at 6. It's at Cesar Chavez Community Center. Again, it's not too late to RSVP. Just pull out your phone right now and scan the code on the left side of your screen. If you want to send us a comment or get involved, you can also leave us a message in the RSVP.